Welcome into Wideside Sports. This one starts off a little different as we have to report a homicide.
Yeah.
Of 14 people by one person.
Fuck you, Lane.
That was a little uncalled for by Lane, not Seth.
Yeah, okay, good. Good.
50 points. You won by 50 points over the second place. How the fuck do you get to 200? I mean, like the $1 million challenge, like 220 won it.
Yeah.
Like, I hope you put that lineup in there and won a little money.
He didn't say he did or didn't. He hasn't told us.
He probably should have, but...
So, again, fuck you, Lane.
He beat the dog shit out of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I got dead last, so I got beat by, like, 200 points.
It was, I think I think I was in fourth, and I was down like 70.
Yeah, I was like, I can't even come back to
I
this.
told you, because I obviously... midway through the day, I was kind of hanging in there, and he wasn't even in first at that point. And I'm checking your brother-in-law's lineup, going, all right, well, we're probably got some differences. Maybe I got a chance, and then I check back in, and it's like, whoosh.
Yeah,
like,
was it Murray that went off that jumped him? I mean, it's...
I'll have to pull up his lineup, and a lot of people are going to be like, well, they're going to cover Fanduel stuff, because it's upsetting.
Because it's fun. It's fun
and upsetting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super fun, but also very upsetting.
Super upsetting. That's what happened. So we had Kyler Murray. Cooper Kupp went off. Derrick Henry went off. That's probably what it was, too. Yeah, because he didn't have anything in the first half and just went bananas. And I just said that. He just went bananas in the second half.
It's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A.
Hey, this shit is bananas, all right? There ain't no holla back, girl.
His other running backs did what my running backs did, which was actually jack
fucking
shit.
19 points out of the goddamn defense. I mean, that makes sense. They were playing the Jets.
Yeah, but I picked your team defense because they were playing Jacksonville.
They had 2 picks.
Yeah, but got less than the points that you get when you start. They only got 9 points.
They only gave up 13 points. How did they do that?
They gave up 16 points, didn't they?
No, 13.
But they gave up.
They won.
Either way, but they only got 9 points. It's the last time I bet on Denver.
Yeah.
I took their running back. Fuck him, too. Yeah. He's one of the long line of running backs that's from Wisconsin that doesn't pan out.
You're right. He is.
They kill it in college.
Yeah, they're just so
and then
worn
they just
out.
Don't pan out.
Probably because their legs are tired.
Well, yeah, because they get 45 carries a game. Because Wisconsin can't throw the ball.
Yeah. All right, man. You want to go ahead and jump in on this? What do you want to start? You want to start college again? Since we're going to do our pick-ems?
I think we start college because the pick's at the end.
Yeah.
I think that's what the people enjoy and what the people like. I don't get a lot of feedback because I don't listen to what people say. But I tune out very quickly.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, it was kind of a typical Saturday in old college football. The better teams won. The not-so-better teams lost.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing really crazy happened. I'm kind of disappointed in just like the score itself doesn't look that bad, but Ohio State was atrocious.
They're so bad.
They were atrocious.
Well, their offense is terrible too.
It was, and I don't know. It almost looked like he was changing things for Stroud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It almost looked like that he had a different game plan just to try to get him in more of a rhythm, more of a, and it just didn't work out. It didn't seem like they were running the same kind of stuff that they had been, even against like Minnesota,
right,
or Oregon. They weren't running any kind of offense like that.
Yeah, in the other games, at least, like they ran plays that got guys wide open.
Yeah.
Now a couple they did, and he just
missed
fucking
them.
airmailed them.
Yeah,
but obviously, the defense is horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see they changed it.
Yes, they did.
Which basically, Kerry Combs or Coombs? Combs?
Yeah.
I don't know how you...
I think it might
got
be Coombs.
2 O's.
I don't know. Coombs. We'll go Coombs.
Coombs. He essentially got fired this week.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not calling plays anymore. Get your ass up in the booth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, again, for the people calling for his head, like he doesn't need to be fired completely, like not at Ohio State anymore.
I thought, I didn't think he needed to be murdered.
Yeah, no, I know that. But
fired, maybe.
fired from play calling duties for sure. But I mean, he's an excellent recruiter. He can do fundamentals well. I mean, that's what you have. He's that guy. You know what I mean? He's a good position coach. Not real good with the whole grand scheme of things. Again, been saying it since Hafley left. You need an NFL guy to come in there and call it. That was the best the defense looked in a long time when he was calling the plays. Yeah. Since Fickle left. Yeah. You can argue since Fickle left. That's the best the defense has looked play calling wise when Hafley was there. Yeah,
it's just one, they have no linebackers, and their defensive line is terrible. Well, their interior is okay. Yeah. They get no pressure. And when you look at it, they can say, well, they won by 21 or whatever it was. It was a one-score game in the fourth quarter against Tulsa at home. Uh-huh. So.
Yeah, easy with that shit. And the one thing and people forget about, because we all, bad football fans, which most of the Ohio State fans are terrible fans, and don't know a lick about anything other than the fact that Ohio State had a close game against Tulsa. If you have no pressure, your back end is going to suck because you can only cover people for so long. Yeah. So when you give a quarterback, even a mediocre quarterback in Tulsa, if you give him 3 seconds to throw the ball, he's hitting an open guy.
He's a Division I quarterback.
He's hitting an open guy. And people forget that. We're so used and spoiled to have any kind of pass rush that we just forget about it. Yeah. And if people think that that the DBs who had graduated and were drafted, that they weren't even affected a little bit by a pass rush, then you guys are idiots. Because that helps tremendously.
It's what it's all about.
Yeah. They work in levels. I mean, they work in levels. The defensive line helps the secondary. Pass rush helps the secondary.
Because that's one of those things, too. Like, you could take Jalen Ramsey and say, hey, go guard Chris Olave for 6 seconds. Huh. He's not going to be able to do it, and he's the best.
Yeah, exactly. Not going to be able to do it.
Damn Google. Yeah. Fuck you.
Google. But and that's probably the most disappointing thing is as a whole. The DBs, the linebackers, the defensive line, it's just not a good defense right now. Hopefully it turns around. It's still early. It's only week 3.
Well, I mean, and a little bit of that, when they start going, well, we don't want to show too much. It was like, well, show something and just end the game. Yeah. But, and they don't have any pressure packages. No. Like their blitzes run both linebackers up into the guards. Uh-huh.
And they just run right into the guards. They run
right into them and stand them up.
They do. There's no, I mean, holy God. It's like, hey, there's a gap there for a reason.
They never do stunts. Nope. Everybody just goes straight ahead. Mm-hmm. And by doing that, here's the bad thing, is they're not great at run defense.
No, they're not.
You're not running on it. Like, you may be able to pass it all over the field, but you're not running on Ohio State.
Uh-huh. Nope, they can.
Sure can.
Sure can. Watch the Oregon game.
But, that's the fact that they remained in the top 10 is shocking.
Shocking that they're still in the top 10.
Which I've seen a lot of people freaking out over that. Ohio State shouldn't be in the top 10. And I'm a believer. They probably should, maybe at 10 or 11. Yeah. But if you're not in the top 4, what's it fucking matter?
Yeah, exactly.
It
doesn't even matter what they are right now anyway because the college football playoffs hasn't come out yet. So none of this shit matters until that happens.
Well, it kind of does for Ohio State. If you're looking at the playoffs, because you got Penn State and Iowa ranked up there, and if they can run the table, it's like, well, you're beating top 6 teams if you run the table.
Yeah, they don't play Iowa though this year. They'd have to play in the big championship game. Yeah.
Well, I said run the table.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I gotta listen more. Just better.
You don't have to.
I do.
It's not good. But basically, we don't have to spend a lot of time on Ohio State. At some point, that quarterback's going to play all year. I know people are saying, when's Quinn Ewers going to get in? He's been there for 2 weeks. Yeah. Probably doesn't know the offense yet. So not this year.
Yeah. Oklahoma struggles with Nebraska a little bit. It is what it is. You can call it a rivalry game. It's not.
It isn't.
Because it's not. Nebraska's going to play hard. It's 2 teams going at it. And obviously the better team come out winning. The Cincinnati-Indiana game. Now, that was the game I watched. Yeah. Because I am a huge Tom Allen fan, and I think Cincinnati's a fun team to watch. Yeah. Indiana, now this is going to sound so weird because of the position. If Indiana doesn't lose that linebacker, they win the football game.
Okay.
He was everything.
He was the glue.
He was. Because if you watch before he got ejected, he was the one moving around everybody.
Yeah.
You could tell he knew their whole offense, what was coming, what you could see.
He was quarterback.
He was. And they had to put the backup in after he got ejected, and he just looked like everybody was confused. Nobody was in the right spot. There was 2 or 3 times, a couple plays after he got ejected, where the linebackers weren't even in the right spot. The guy, his backup, wasn't even in the right spot.
Right.
You know? And even then, they still played hard, and they give that kick return. All right, whatever. But that's where I come in to where the ejection does nothing for that penalty.
It doesn't make any sense. I'm a believer. I don't know if I said this last week or if I just thought about it. But the targeting shit, make it like soccer.
Yeah.
You get your yellow card, you do it again, you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
But to kick people, because they're so bored. Now, if somebody leaves their feet like a fucking missile into somebody, okay.
Okay.
But if they're trying to make a tackle and a guy's going down or whatever and they can't get, hey.
I'm just a firm believer. Okay, call the penalty. We want to make the game safer.
That's fine.
That's
call the
fine.
penalty.
I am not arguing the targeting call. We're trying to make it safer. I get it. We're trying to eliminate head injuries, and if we're making it to a point to where we're making it a rule for guys to be able to play longer and not be hurt, then why are we ejecting the guy for doing it?
Right.
You cannot call a penalty for intent.
No.
Because you don't know the guy's intent.
Well, and then they made the rule this year they can at least stay on the sideline.
Yeah.
Whereas
What the
last
hell
year's
does
like,
that
hey,
do?
get the fight. Hey, what are you, 19 years old?
Yeah.
You go get in that locker room by yourself, motherfucker. Think about what you did.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of, go to your
You're
room.
going to timeout.
Yeah, go to your room, bitch.
I just, I hate the ejection, man. It does nothing. It doesn't teach that guy anything.
No.
It doesn't. I mean, it really doesn't, because have we seen it stop?
No.
No. It's
never
not going
gonna
to stop because it's not intentional. It's not intentional. Nobody's doing it as an intentional. It's an accident play. That's why it's a 15, move on.
Yeah.
15-yard penalty, move on. Even if you want to make it, if it's down the field, even if you want to make it past 15 yards, a spot foul, that's fine.
Yeah.
But quit with the ejection.
Because it ruins more games than it helps. Because it's always like some team that's kind of in that upset zone, and it's always their best player gets thrown out of the game.
Yeah, it is. I mean, last year with the playoff game, the dude from Clemson, he hit Fields in the ribs.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be ejected for that.
Yeah.
He does not need to be ejected for that.
Is it a spearing penalty? Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Give him the 15.
You hit him with the crown, but I thought this... Well, what if he hit him in the hip with the crown of his helmet?
Yeah.
Is that an eject? I mean...
That's what I'm saying. I just don't like the ejection. I understand the penalty. We want to try to keep it safe. No concussions, neck injuries, parallelism, whatever. Is that a word, parallelism?
I don't know how you said it, but I think there's a word.
Paralyzing people. I hate the ejection, man. It ruins everything. You could just tell Indiana's mojo just went right down the gutter after they lost their guy on defense. It sucks.
Yeah.
It does. And if we're doing things for the players, then we have to reevaluate that rule.
Yeah.
I have to.
And they won't.
No, they won't.
Because they're stupid.
Yeah,
And they don't listen to us.
Pretty much
Fucking presidents and athletic directors.
Don't know a goddamn
They're
thing.
in their ivory towers eating their cheese.
This is the fucking 30s? The 1800s?
Yeah. I think even further back than that, buddy.
Maybe. Oh, man. I tell you what, West Virginia's fun.
That'd be a fun game against Oklahoma this week.
Yeah. I didn't think Virginia Tech was a top 15 team.
No.
But it's fun to watch them, man.
But they beat North Carolina, so they got respect for that.
Yeah.
For somehow.
Why is West Virginia always fast?
Always.
I mean, they're fast in basketball. They have speed all the time. They're fun to watch.
I kind of want to put Oklahoma on upset alert.
Yeah.
But West Virginia always does something fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That gets them beat.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the U is not back. Oh my God. When the guy goes after the wrong guy without the ball.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What was it almost looked like he was just trying to give him a cheap shot. Obviously, he thought that he was going to get blocked, so he tries to take on the block. The guy didn't even move. But it's like, what the hell?
we talked about this last week. I don't understand. There's so many NFL players that are currently in high school in Miami right now that you can't get.
Yeah, it's so bad. So
and
bad.
Move up about, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever that drive is. Because Florida State is fucking hot garbage.
Hot garbage. Hot garbage.
That was a joke I thought about. I was going to do it on the show, but I didn't know how to word it. But I was going to tell you, it was like that they were banning the tomahawk chop, and it wasn't because of insensitivity. It was the Native Americans didn't want to be associated with Florida State anymore. It's like, you guys are fucking terrible.
Oh, man. So
let's see then.
I mean, Notre Dame beating Purdue. I want to talk about the Florida-Alabama game last.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing really exciting. USC gets a win after they shit-can their coach.
Yeah. Penn State game was good.
Yeah, it was.
That was good. I mean, it was a solid. That was like an old school game. They just kind of beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
But it was one of those ones like Auburn put up a hell of a game.
They did.
But I never got that feeling like Penn State was going to lose.
No,
like,
I know.
You
I know
felt
what you
like
mean.
they're going to win this game.
Yeah.
That Auburn just like they're close, but they're not there.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Penn State's anything great.
No,
but Auburn's just like that half step off.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, they played. It was a fun game to watch just because it was so close. It was almost like, oh, they could, and then it's like,
Well, you got a preview of what's going to happen in in October or whatever
something
when they
like
play.
That,
fucking Dotson.
Yeah.
He's going to go for 215 against Ohio State.
Yeah.
Because he is wide open
all the time.
All the fucking time.
All the time.
And then when he's not wide open, he makes some stupid catch.
Yeah.
Where he jumped up and kind of got the tip of the ball and then down there's no reason for him to catch that ball.
No, not even a little bit.
He's not a big guy.
No. He's impressive. He's impressive. I'm actually, Penn State is one of those teams where they switch their offense, obviously. They're not old-style Penn State.
Right.
But they're going to have to find a run game. You're going to have to a little bit.
Yeah, you got to have something.
You got to have something to, when you're in a tight game against, like when they play Wisconsin, or they already played Wisconsin, sorry. When they're in a good game and you need to eat clock, got to have some kind of run. Got to have some kind of run game. So that's really the only thing that I would say. With the air raid, it's obviously kind of hard to have a run game because you're so focused on everything else.
Right.
But you gotta put in a run game.
That's the other one. Back to the Ohio State, you had a running back rush for like 240 yards and still couldn't pass the ball.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. So now we go into the Alabama-Florida game, which great game.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. Loved it. Loved everything about it. Florida gets down those, they were down like 21-7, I think.
Right.
Then Alabama doesn't score again. Yeah, Alabama doesn't score again till like the third or fourth quarter. Like they were 21-7 after the first.
Yeah.
They didn't score all the second quarter.
They didn't score till the fourth quarter, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, it was like it was good SEC football.
I'll tell you what, the most shocking takeaway. So not Alabama. Florida ran all over them. All over them.
Yeah. Which,
like 200 and some yards or whatever they rushed for, almost 300 yards.
Yeah, and they're only able to do that if the defense plays well.
Yeah.
The defense responded. They fixed some shit after those first couple plays.
Right.
Or after those first couple scores. Not plays because they were pretty good in the first quarter.
Yeah. They were pretty good.
After they got down, I mean, they adjusted early. They adjusted when they needed to. And then it was like, okay, well, we can actually afford to run the ball now because it's 21-14. Oh, okay, now it's 21-21. Oh, now, you know what I mean? It was just great.
Well, that was like in that first quarter, and it's something that I always hate. Florida gets down there, 4th and goal, lined up to go for it. They call timeout, talk about it, and then you burn a timeout to go out and kick a fucking field goal. Just kick the field goal if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And then secondly, field goals don't beat Alabama.
No, they do not.
So.
Yeah. The only good thing, I hope Florida gets credit for the game.
I don't.
You don't?
You don't get credit for fucking losses.
You do, though.
No, you don't.
Okay, but you do. We don't give credit for losses, but the college football playoffs will.
Yeah, they probably went up in the rank. I didn't even see. They probably did.
I think they did. I think they were they 11th last week?
I feel like they're top 10 though. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they weren't in the top 10.
Oh, yeah.
Last week.
No, they're 11th now.
11th now. Maybe they were. I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I think they're a top 10 football team.
Yeah,
I think they are.
Because was that the game?
Oh.
Was that the Alabama game
that they could
that they're gettable? Because they always have one a year that they're gettable. Like last year it was Ole Miss. They were gettable, but you didn't get it.
Yeah.
2 points, just like this one. What in the flying fuck on that 2-point conversion was quarterback doing?
I don't know.
Was you jumping on his back?
Yeah, I don't know.
Either give him the fucking ball or pull it.
Yeah.
Like you can't ride him all the way into the line.
Way too far. I don't know if he was trying to get that defensive end to bite and he just didn't.
That's one of those things of like, hey, I think it's going to help you if I slow you down heading into the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like that play. I'm quasi okay with that play call if it had something else onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Either hand the ball off if you feel like handing it off, but pull it.
Mm-hmm.
But have that because as long as your linemen don't block into the back of the fucking end zone, you're not going to get downfield.
Yeah.
That Auburn play where it was always that pull it, quarterback goes out and you got a wide receiver out there. If something breaks down, you can toss it.
I like that. I like that. I the way that they were running the football, I'm almost okay if the quarterback just went behind, just let him, a quarterback lead right behind him, because they were moving the. If you really watch it, he doesn't get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He gets stuffed from the guy on the back end coming around because the guy didn't pull it. Yeah, that's when he got stuffed. So if you just go immediately, you probably get the 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
and everybody's going to second guess the play call when you don't get it. You know what I mean?
But the play call is okay, and they could have had that pass option out there on the back end. It's just it was a big moment, and the quarterback just kind of fucked it.
Yeah, I mean it's one of my
he's never done that at any point in the game. Have you rode somebody that long?
No, and I don't know why he did. And then
well, he did one time, but that was a mishap of he was trying to pull the ball back out, and the running back was kind of on it of like.
And supposedly the backup quarterback is actually better than the guy that's playing. He was just hurt.
Oh.
That's
always what people say.
Yeah.
Tell you what, who's better? The fucking backup quarterback. He's the greatest person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's never the case.
Yeah.
Usually the coaches know who's better.
Yeah. But I'm looking at like the top 10 teams. Like Florida is better than Texas A&M. I think they're better than...
Texas A&M gets so much fucking love, and I don't understand
I think they're better than Clemson.
If Texas A&M was in the Big 12 still, they'd be ranked like 19th.
Yeah.
Or 20th or whatever. But they're in the SEC, so they're ranked higher.
Yeah.
And that's not, it is an SEC bias, and that's why I'm not anti-SEC. It's just that I'm very anti-Texas A&M because they're fucking hot garbage.
Mm.
And their coach is...
Yeah, Jimbo.
Jerks off with fucking marshmallow fluff. The gooey tacky.
Yeah.
He likes the grip.
Likes friction. Likes friction.
I like to use Gojo.
Yeah.
I just never liked Jimbo Fisher. I don't know why.
There's always something with him.
It bothered me of him leaving Florida. Like, you won a national championship at Florida State 2 years later. You take not even... I know Texas A&M was in the SEC at the time.
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit what you say. That's still a massive step down.
100%.
Especially because you won a national championship at Florida State.
It's not... People always want to look at it as, oh, man, he got an SEC job. What the fuck does that matter if the program is shit?
Yeah. And you were at Florida State.
Yes. Florida State.
Which always made me wonder of like, and now Florida State is shit, of like, he's partially got to be to blame because you left nothing for the other guys.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why he left, because he didn't have jack shit.
Yeah. I mean, and I that's why I hate coaches in that situation where they just leave the cupboards bare for the next guy. You know what I mean? It's a dick move.
Yeah.
It really is. Okay. Oh man, we haven't gotten any really recruits. I'm just going to go get another job.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there seems like there's always something following him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wherever he goes, it seems like there's a recruiting violation or he does something shitty. And
not saying that everybody doesn't do it. He's just not good at it.
Yeah. But this week, like you said earlier, I think West Virginia may be on that upset
I like
train.
it.
I do too.
Just because
Oklahoma's defense is shit.
Yeah, Oklahoma's not good. That's the one. Obviously, this is going to be the Ohio State bias side of it. Obviously, Ohio State drops in the rankings for a bad win.
Mm-hmm.
But when Oklahoma gets a bad win, they don't really go anywhere.
I think they did drop this week.
Did they drop this week?
Were they always at 4?
I don't know.
I thought they were 3 last week, and now they're 4. I think Oregon moved up to 3.
What? It's Oregon at 3,
yeah.
Georgia at 2.
Yeah.
And I've seen in somebody's, they had, some analyst or whatever, they had Oregon at 2 and Georgia at 3. It's like, well, how do you do that?
No.
It's like, well, that win against Ohio State was impressive. It's like, well, fucking Georgia beat Clemson. So, I mean.
My issue with Georgia is I think they can be the team that gets Bama. Their offense is just terrible.
They can't score.
They cannot score the football.
After watching that game, I don't know that they can get Florida.
Yeah, I mean, their offense is that bad.
I think at the end of the day, they will.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they don't, because if my scenario that I laid out last week for 3 SEC teams, because if Ohio State's not going to make it,
we want 3 SEC
I want 3 SEC teams
100%.
in there. So now Florida has to beat Georgia, and then Florida has to beat Alabama.
Yeah.
In the SEC championship game, and you're going to get. But any other.
Yeah.
That's the only way it can be. Because obviously Florida can't have a second. You're not getting in with 2 losses.
And Florida
they're just not going to do that.
Can't drop one of those stupid ones. They can't drop to LSU because they're idiots. They can't drop to Tennessee this week because they are idiot. You know what I mean? They can't do anything fucking stupid and put themselves in a bad spot, because whether you lost or not, you played a close game with Alabama. So with playoff rankings come out, you're going to get a little bit of love there.
Yeah, you're going to get love.
So they just can't do anything fucking stupid to ruin that situation for them.
And they have to beat Georgia, but they can't blow Georgia out.
Yeah.
Because I think Georgia is that team that can get Alabama, but they could also get beat 60-3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very easily.
Mm-hmm. And then we get, I think
Georgia's problem, because they can only play, like Alabama's not on their schedule, right? So
I do not think
they have to go into the championship game.
Yeah.
Georgia's problem with Alabama is that's Alabama at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And they're going to be by far the best team in the country at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best time for Florida to be playing them.
Yep. So they play them at the end of October, too. Florida plays Georgia at the end of October, but I know what you're saying, but they get them early.
At championship week, Alabama is fucking rolling by that time.
Exactly.
Because they're going through this. They got a bunch of brand new starters, too. Yep. So, I mean.
Yeah, and then you saw the weakness with the young quarterback.
Yeah.
He showed really, really good promise.
Yep.
And then when the defense adjusted, he kind of struggled a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're going to see that because he is a young quarterback. But
that's where the defense comes in, and that's with Ohio State stuff, too. When you're playing these bigger programs, like, at best, Alabama's only ever going to have a second-year starter. At best. And usually they're one-and-done guys.
Yeah.
Because they've had to sit behind another guy that went to the NFL. So the only way that you can do them is to eat. Defenses, obviously, we talk about this all the time. Defenses are garbage in college. They're just bland.
Yep.
But if you've got a coordinator and some defensive players that you can disguise a little bit and roll into a coverage, you're going to get those first-year starters because they haven't seen that shit before.
Yeah. I think kind of going on the little upset a little bit here. Wisconsin plays Notre Dame this week.
That's a good game.
That's a good game.
What's that, Soldier Field?
No, it's...
I think it's at Soldier Field, isn't it?
Is it a neutral site?
Yeah.
It might be.
I think so.
I'll check real fast, see where it's at.
I don't think it's at Wrigley. I think it's at Soldier Field. Because every once in a while they do that weird shit at Wrigley. Well, they're still playing baseball, though.
It's in Chicago, so I would assume it's
they're still playing baseball.
I don't know. I don't care.
Football's been on for a couple weeks. So baseball doesn't matter. And the Reds have fucking lost fucking 9 of the last 10 games. So I haven't watched any.
Yeah, it's in Chicago, so I would assume it's probably Soldier Field. Yeah. But I don't know, man. Notre Dame isn't really that impressive.
No.
But Wisconsin could sneak in there and fuck some shit up.
I'm going to tell you what. It's Soldier Field.
Yeah.
You can get some shit weather.
Oh, yeah.
You get a real windy night.
Yeah, and
advantage Wisconsin because they can't throw the ball anyways.
Well, it's a noon game, too, so that wind could be swirling early. Yeah.
Is there anything worse than noon games? They fucking suck.
They do suck, especially a good noon game like this one. Why isn't this a 3:30? I don't see anybody else in this top 25.
Ohio State's playing a night game against Akron.
Yeah. Okay, the West Virginia-Oklahoma game is a 7:30 game. Great.
Okay, I'm good for that.
I'm good for that one. But it's the only top 25 matchup this week besides Texas A&M and Arkansas. The only reason Arkansas is in the top 25 is because they beat somebody that had a good program.
Once.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
No, they beat somebody this year. I forget who they beat.
Texas.
That's who it was. That's the only reason they're in there.
Yeah,
that's
Texas
the only reason.
Sucks.
And Texas sucks. And that's the only other one. That should be the fucking night game.
I like that.
And the night game, Soldier Field was like, you're when you're going to Notre Dame, you're thinking of like that hardcore big trenches. When you think of Wisconsin, you're thinking of big. I mean, that's a fucking night game, man.
Yeah.
Fuck you, noon. And it's fucking big noon kickoff too, so we get all that shit.
I love Gus.
Yeah,
I mean, I like
Joel Klatt.
I like both of them. I like their combo.
Mm-hmm.
The All-American girl, Jenny Taft.
Yeah,
I think that's her name. But it's fucking noon, man. I can't get up for this shit.
No. Yeah, but I mean, college football. We've had some doozies, and we've had some. This is the stretch now where you're getting college football. You're getting the goods. You're getting the majority of the goods versus the bads. And then. In about 3 weeks, then you'll start getting in of conference play and a little bit more tighter games and things like that.
Yeah, because this is that lull. You got your first week.
Yep.
And your second week, there's usually some bangers. The fact that Alabama and Georgia played this early is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know. Or Florida and Alabama.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, this early in the year, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But now you get into the
we're playing, because I think games.
Whoever Alabama's playing this week, it's another one of those Division 4 teams or something.
Yeah.
Playing.
Yeah. It's like if you're looking at Big Ten wise, you don't hit Big Ten play for another 2 weeks, I think. Or maybe next week you do.
Well, I don't like how they started doing that where like Ohio State opens up with a Big Ten game.
Yeah.
Hey, just open up with a garbage game so we can get them the fuck out of the way and then get into the damn conference. Because that's one thing I always hate about the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm an SEC fan. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I watch a lot of SEC games. Is that they don't, once they get into their conference schedule, they've all got that one AA school in November that they play. I hate that shit.
Yeah, I know.
When we're in November,
this is good.
You need to be playing
time.
Conference time. I don't need your bullshit.
No, I'm with you on that one.
Playing Middle Tennessee State before you play Auburn. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, but that's what I like the Big Ten. I mean, if you want to look at if Ohio State has any chance of trying to climb back into the playoffs, Penn State is October 30th. Then you have a 2-game break against Nebraska, Purdue, whatever. Then you go Michigan State, Michigan.
Yeah.
So you're going to have, those are your opportunities right there.
Michigan State?
Yes.
Who'd they beat?
Miami.
Huh?
Miami.
Was it
Yeah, they beat Miami. But yeah, they're a top 25 team right now. Who knows if if they win out, you know what I mean? I mean, you just don't know. Yeah. Michigan State's one of those ones you just don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And this is, if we want to go back to talking about Ohio State a little bit with coordinator, defense, there's an old defensive guy that used to coach for him that might come back over there.
Yeah.
Mike D'Antonio is not coaching anywhere right now.
Yeah.
Something to look at.
Well, he's coached their national championship team in 2002.
Yep. Something to look at. Because Michigan State's offense there for a while was always terrible, but you always count on their defense being
Well, you watch that, like watching the Iowa game, just the way they play that. How their defensive scheme, how they kind of shell in that umbrella on the backside.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're going to get down the field, it's going to take you 15 fucking plays, and we think you're going to make a mistake before then.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, Ohio's, you can do that at Iowa, but with all these fucking 5-stars at Ohio State, you can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how do you not have that scheme?
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, the Iowa coach there for a while was not winning the games he should. He was always kind of getting upset. He's kind of, these last 2-3 years, he's really put together a decent team.
They're a good squad.
They're the old school blue blood. We don't have anybody, but we're a team. You know what I mean? And that to me is what's so cool about football and what's so cool about college football. when you're one of those schools, you're not the premier with the 4 in the playoffs, but you can compete with anybody because you just, 1, you're coached well. 2, you just have all 11 dudes playing together. And, I think that's cool. With, college basketball, you can have one stud and still be pretty good.
That's one of those weird ones of like I'm a fan of Iowa just because I like the way they play.
Yeah. I mean, they do what they do.
I know they get blown out sometimes, but even on years where they only get like 6 wins, they're usually still in a bunch of good fucking games.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
Tough. I think the Big Ten this year is a little bit more balanced than in years past. I mean, if you look up and obviously you can count out the Rutgers, Maryland's. Purdue is always there to try to upset somebody.
And they will.
Probably.
It'll be that thing of like Iowa, they're going to drop a game to somebody that they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, now it's against nobody, but Michigan putting up 60 fucking points against nobody, that's a problem for Ohio State.
Their offense looks completely different and good. It's about fucking time. It's about fucking
no longer
time.
1920.
Yeah. You don't need to have fucking 12, fucking 13 personnel out on the goddamn field, Harbaugh.
You know what was nice, too? Is seeing Georgia Tech not run the triple option.
Yeah.
Wasn't it nice they shit-canned that guy finally?
Yeah. And the fact that they should have won.
Yeah.
They run the weird. I hate that. I hate that the shovel play inside the fucking 5. Because everybody's
Carson
crowding
Wentz hates that, too.
Yeah. Everybody is crowding that area.
Yeah, because they think you're going to run it because you're inside the 5.
So that pitch right there is not there. It's not the NFL. You didn't spread anybody out when you ran it.
No.
It wasn't. He didn't come in motion, then you snapped it and you spread them out. He was the H-back on the opposite side, or he was in the back, but I don't remember exactly. But you didn't spread anybody out. You were in a run-heavy set with running that play. I just didn't like. I don't mind the call. The formation of it was not good.
And set it up. And if you're going to do that and it's in college, because college is meant to be played on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have wide hashes. And the NFL is meant to be played in the center of the field. That's why the hashes are on the short. If you're going to do a play like that, just run a fucking jet sweep to the wide side.
Uh-huh.
I kind of kick that in there.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, there we go.
Just do that because there's a better chance that guy beats the defensive end of the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And you need one block by a receiver.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, that was the only one. I mean, they should have won that game.
Yeah.
Or they should have scored to tie it up at least, and then you kick the extra point. Hopefully make that. But yeah, I mean, college football is getting there. It's almost there. It's almost fun.
Getting there.
Almost fun. It's just trying to get.
It's tough being right now, being an Ohio State fan because, your season's already over.
Yeah, it is.
So the fun part of it is, hey, you should at least be putting fucking 70 on the board against Tulsa.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. There doesn't even seem that urgency. It seems flat. Nope. It just seems flat.
They're just like not even.
It's like, this is Tulsa. It's not. No, they came out flat against Oregon.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh shit, Oregon isn't, they're not bad.
Yeah, they're not rolling over.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was. But
it is what it is.
I guess we'd say, just for I'm a believer that the SEC, as long as Florida has to beat Georgia, that's just the only way it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very keen if Ohio State can't get in there for the SEC to get 2 or 3. I think they're going to get 2 minimum.
Yeah.
Unless Florida beats Georgia and then Alabama trounces Florida in the championship game, and then it'd be tough for Georgia to get there, but maybe they still could.
Yeah.
But like for an Ohio State, anybody that's on that side, like Georgia has to beat Florida.
Yeah.
And because 2 lost, Florida's out.
Uh-huh.
And then Alabama or Georgia, I think if they play in a championship game, unless it's a 50-point win, they're probably both in.
Okay.
And then Oklahoma's going to dump one to West Virginia this week, so they're out.
Yeah.
You need that, and then Oregon's got to dump one, which they will.
Probably
to USC.
Probably.
Or Oregon State.
Yeah.
Like,
that's always one.
We didn't even know you still had a fucking team.
The Beavers.
It's like in Major League.
Beavers.
I didn't even know Cleveland still had a team.
Yeah, we got
uniforms and everything. I make the league minimum.
Yep.
I like it at that point in time of like how they kind of look at them all shitty. And the league minimum at that point in time is what, $200,000 a year?
Probably.
But they're living like they made fucking $12 an hour. It's like
they were nobody.
Yeah,
like you had the one guy driving the nice car.
You know you're getting paid, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Funny shit. Funny shit.
All right, we ready to go to the men's league?
Yeah, let's go to the NFL.
You want to get this out of the way real quick? I'll
Our
double
picks
check
are just
that.
how bad we were.
It was fucking bad.
Did you have one? Did you have? I think you had one, if I remember correctly.
Let me pull the card up. I did. If I can find it.
I have it.
All right. So I had the Texans plus 12.
Hold on, I'll check scores. The Texans did not go plus 12. They were at 10.
I had the Cardinals minus 3.5. They should have got beat.
Wait, the Texans at plus 12. They did cover.
Yeah, they covered.
Yeah, they covered. Cardinals covered.
No.
Cardinals
were minus 3. They
3.
only won by 1.
Yeah.
Seahawks were minus 6. They got fucking beat. Steelers were minus 6. They got fucking beat. The Rams were minus 3.5.
And the 1-point game of the Rams?
I don't remember.
3-point game.
3-point game. So I didn't cover that. I lost on the fucking juice.
You had one.
That.
You had the Texans.
You had the Bengals plus 1.5. They lost. Saints minus 3.5. They got fucking murdered.
Yeah, they did.
Jameis Winston looked like he was back in Tampa.
Yeah.
Hey, you had Packers minus 11.5. You got that win.
Aaron Rodgers.
You had Chargers minus 3.5.
They got beat.
You had the Bucks minus 12.5.
And they covered. I got 2 wins this week. Yeah,
you only lost a little bit of fucking money if you followed along with that shit.
Yeah, baby.
But, well, we kind of mentioned it at the beginning of the game. The Colts moved the ball all over the fucking field until they got inside the 5.
Yeah.
Then they didn't score.
No.
And then they threw a shovel pass inside the 5 and they got picked off.
Yeah.
That was a good fucking game.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I
Now, granted, it should have been more than that if the personal protector of the punter gets the fuck out of the way.
Yep.
And then runs out to cover the punt like he didn't notice it hit him in the fucking arm.
I know.
Didn't hit him in the shoulder pad. Hit him in the bare arm, and he took off like he didn't know that was the football that just fucking hit him.
Yeah. Idiot. I thought somebody slapped me on the way by.
Yeah. I thought they got a good jump on the ball, that they beat the ball to the backfield.
Yeah.
Hit him in the arm, and he takes off the opposite direction to go cover the punt. I'm like,
how do you not?
Hey, man.
Did you not feel it hit your arm?
Did you have an arm problem and they shot you up with Novocaine before the fucking game? Was that your arm
flesh?
dead?
The dead flesh?
How do you not know that? But then, and they do point out, because I watched quite a bit of that game, because really I wanted to watch the Rams play. Matthew Stafford is a fucking stud.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty awesome.
I'm going to tell you what, the Rams are a fucking problem.
Yeah, they are.
And they're only 2 weeks in now. They play the Bucks this week.
We'll see how they are.
People are going to freak out if the Bucks beat them. It's like, well, this is a new week 3. I mean, give it time.
Oh, my God. Are the fucking Bucks together?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Well, here's one. Antonio Brown is on the IR, and their offense won't change a fucking bit because, we got to throw to somebody else because we got that Scotty Miller guy that might be one of the fast guys in the NFL.
And we still have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin,
and the fact is when people talk about that, it goes, well, he's pretty fast. It's like, no, I mean, people talk shit like because Scotty Miller says something about Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to concede that it's an interesting fucking race.
Yeah.
Even if he's not as fast as Tyreek Hill, I bet he's damn fucking close.
Scotty Miller outran quarters coverage last year against the Packers.
Yeah. With 4 seconds left in the half. Yeah. Don't get beat deep. That's the only fucking job.
And the dude, he beat the guy deep on speed alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is interesting. And I tell you, who else? Okay, the 49ers are such an odd team.
Yeah.
Such an odd team. But they fucking win.
Yeah.
They fucking win. That's the only thing that is kind of scary about them is they don't play well, but they held a team to 11 points.
Yeah.
Now, I know it's the Eagles, but it's still an NFL team.
Yeah.
Held them to 11 points. I mean, you go last week. If you don't give up that onside kick, then you beat a team by 20.
Right.
You know what I mean? They win.
Yeah.
They win.
We got to jump back into the Indianapolis game. We got off of that real quick.
Sorry.
And I never really noticed because I don't, obviously I have the Sunday ticket, so I shoot around.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Obviously I watched a bulk of the Bengals game, and then, they're on at the same time. Because that fucking 1 o'clock hour, man, do we have to put all the good games on at 1 o'clock and then only have 2 games on at 4?
Yeah.
But, so that was a shit show watching the Bengals play. But, watching the Colts, and I never watched a lot of Carson Wentz, and I'd heard McAfee talking about it too, of he is that guy that he is like that Andrew Luck of like, feel free to slide or throw the fucking ball away, man. You don't have to get hit every fucking play.
And he does. He does. And it's
like these injuries that you're getting are your fucking fault.
Stop.
And you're a professional that sprained both ankles on one fucking play.
Yeah.
That is like something out of a fucking movie.
It is.
And then tried to go back in the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, you can't question. Like, I think a lot of Philly fans question, this motherfucker's just like a pussy.
Yeah.
I don't think he is. No. I think he's too tough for his own fucking...
Yeah, he's Andrew Luck, like you said. I mean...
Calm down, man.
Dude, slide, run out of bounds, something.
And when he does slide, he dives head first.
Yeah. Well, they can hit you then, buddy.
Yeah. But, yeah, feel free to throw it away. But that's going to be their...
Yeah.
Indianapolis is going to be... I don't even know if they're going to be 500 this year.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel if he's going to play this way, ain't going to fucking make it through the season, pal.
No, man. Because they got a tough schedule.
Because it's the NFL, and you just can't take random hits.
No, I mean, they had the Seahawks and the Rams back to back. And then they go right into the Titans.
Yeah.
Right into the Titans. Those are some physical fucking teams that you're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, the Titans might go in there and just run the ball all over you. Who knows? I mean,
when this slides into this schedule, since I watched the Bengals game, first week of the season, Joe Burrow got sacked 5 times, plus he got hit more.
Mm-hmm.
He took some fucking shots on Sunday against the Bears.
Then when you go to the Steelers this week?
Go to the Steelers, who get crazy. Now, Watt's hurt.
Yeah.
But Cam Hayward's going to have something to say about Joe Burrow trying to stand up in the pocket.
Yeah.
I don't know that Joe Burrow will make it through the year.
He may not. And it seemed like, so week 1, they actually distinguished a running game.
Yeah.
Week 2, let's go back to our old ways. Didn't even try to run the ball.
And Joe is, I know people, he's a dude.
Mm-hmm.
3 straight passes, he throws an interception.
Mm-hmm.
And then throws 2 touchdowns to get right back in the...
Yeah.
Like, I turned the game off, and then I flipped it back a little later. It's like, how the fuck did we get... We haven't scored since the first quarter.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, that's what's so awesome about the NFL, though. I mean, but the Dolphins one shocked me. I don't know.
Got ass stomped.
I know Tua's not the guy. I mean, he got hurt again, but it's like, your defense is better than that.
What about that fuckery?
Yeah.
Of Sunday, it was like, he's okay. We did x-rays. And then Monday, hey, we did some more x-rays. He's okay. Maybe a little bruised ribs. And then, hey, they're cracked.
Yeah.
Of like, well, how the fuck did you do multiple x-rays and miss all this shit? 1, we need to question it. And 2, is he able to, as I heard Darius Butler talk about that, he says, the concerning thing is that's a typical standard hit in the NFL on a quarterback.
Yeah.
And if you cracked your ribs on a typical shot, I mean, because injury was always the question for him coming out of Alabama of, hey, is he going to be able to hold up if you're cracking ribs on that shot when you have, you got a flak on that. But I never thought he was the answer. I don't think anybody, when they drafted him there, I don't know that anybody was happy with that draft pick.
No.
So,
he was just there.
Yeah, he was just, we need a quarterback, and he's from Alabama.
There. Yeah.
Because I think a lot of those, you get those bad teams. In Miami at that point in time was a bad team. And now, B-Flow's changing that a little bit.
Yeah.
But Jacksonville was that way. Washington was that way. It's like, well, hey, if we draft guys from Alabama, Ohio State, and Clemson, we'll just have this winning culture because we drafted. It's like, well, that's college.
Yeah.
And that's their culture. You're a shit show.
Yeah.
You have to do your own culture.
Yeah, and you can see that changing with the Redskins, or with the football team. Sorry. With the football team and with the Dolphins.
Yeah,
it's
they're a
just
good
not
team.
there yet. Yeah.
Football team's good. They're a good team.
They're a good team.
Fucking Heineke, man. He's exciting.
He is. But again, when Rivera got there, what did they do? They went inside.
Yep.
Their defensive line is fantastic.
Yep.
Their offensive line is pretty good.
Yep.
Do they have studs on the offensive line? No, they can have some decent guys here and there, but they built from the trenches.
Yeah.
That's and you can see it. It's not pretty sometimes, but it's wins.
Oh, that was another thing I noticed on the week 2 of the NFL season, watching that Colts game, and Paris Campbell was already hurt and not playing. I was like,
he's done.
He's just done. And that sucks for the guy because I always like Paris Campbell because he's exciting.
Yeah. He's always had that big playability.
In year 3 of his career, he's played, 3 games, 4 games total, and been hurt the whole time.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's getting, if he makes it, if he's not on the injured list at the end of the year, he's getting cut.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But you can't cut somebody without paying them if they're injured, though.
Yeah. Are the Raiders for real?
No.
And the Steelers just had a bad game?
Well, I don't think the Steelers are very good.
No, I don't think the Steelers are very good either. But
I think the Raiders are doing what the Raiders do, which is they win a bunch of games early. And then about the middle 9 games, for some reason, they forget how to play football, and then they'll win a couple at the end.
I tell you what, man.
I mean, they're going to be bordering. Well,
that fucking Waller guy is fantastic.
He's fucking amazing.
He's fantastic, man.
And Derek Carr's good.
Yeah.
People shit on him all the time.
He's fine.
And maybe that's a little biased because I hate John Gruden because I think he's overrated and he's a terrible football coach. But they talk about the narrative of meaning we, talking about how people shit on Derek Carr. I think it's because Gruden shits on Derek Carr.
He finally, these last 2 years are the only years you've seen him actually back him up.
Yeah.
Those first couple years where he was still calling games, and then his first 2 years with the Raiders, it was like, do you like the guy?
Well, people forget he was your MVP until he tore his fucking leg up there that last, with 3 games left in the season or whatever.
A couple years ago, yeah.
And they were like fucking like 8-3 at that point. I
when
mean,
Jack
they were.
Del Rio was there.
Yeah. But he's a good quarterback. I think where that gets them is, one, their offensive line for cutting everybody is doing okay.
Yeah, they are. It's weird.
But they always seem like a team that runs out of players. You know, like there's no way Ruggs will make it through the year.
No. And you finally saw him actually make an NFL play.
Yeah.
Like that's the first time you really seen him on highlights.
Yeah.
And he only had like 3 catches.
Yeah.
How is your first round draft pick as a receiver and how are you not getting him the ball?
Right.
I mean, honestly, with the guy's speed, everybody's wants to compare body size speed wise to Tyreek Hill. Obviously, he's not a Tyreek Hill.
No.
But if you have a guy like that, you're giving him plays. You're giving him some space. Look at the Cardinals, what they do with Rondale Moore.
How about that guy?
Yeah.
Fun to watch in the NFL.
You could do the same
things.
He's so
small, you feel like a linebacker's going to rip his head off at some point.
But they're doing different things with him. You know what I mean? And I think that's what you could see that with Ruggs, but he's not, you feel like he's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Because he did last year.
Yeah. That's where I fall on the Raiders of, I think they're going to get 9 wins.
You're going to see him struggle in the NFC West.
Yeah.
You're going to see him struggle in their division. Just one, you get the Chiefs.
The AFC West, yeah.
Yeah. What did I say?
NFC.
Sorry, the AFC West.
They'll struggle at the NFC West, too.
Yeah,
they're a pretty good fucking conference.
But you got the Chiefs, and then the Chargers are no slouch.
Yeah.
And the Broncos are picking up steam.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's going to be a tough division.
I feel like the Raiders are going to be a 9-win team, but the issue is there so many good fucking teams, man. 9 wins probably didn't get you in the playoffs.
It might. Yeah.
It maybe.
It may be, yeah.
But if the Steelers pick it up and the fucking AFC North gets 3 teams in, doesn't leave a lot of room.
No, it does not.
I mean,
yeah.
Because for fuck's sake, I mean, the Ravens have no players.
Yeah.
Everybody's injured and they just won.
They won. They beat the Chiefs, man. Yeah.
How is that possible?
Let's save that for a second. We got a couple more games. The Cardinals, Kyler Murray does a really good job of extending plays.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Ben and Russell Wilson were always kind of known for extending a play, buying some more time. He just does it faster.
Yeah.
He's just faster.
Yeah.
Ben did it because he was just stronger than everybody else that was trying to tackle him, so he could, shake off a defensive lineman or somebody like that.
And Russell did it because nobody wanted to touch him because he's a fucking loser.
But
I've heard defensive linemen touching me like, ew.
But Kyler Murray did it fast, and his eyes do not leave downfield. Yeah. He's always got his eyes downfield. He was impressive against. I know it's the Vikings, and they're kind of iffy, but he's impressive.
I'll tell you what, though, that was fun. Not fun watching because I guess it kind of was fun because he had a lot of great years for the Bengals.
Yeah.
Down there in crunch time, a lot of balls flying AJ Green's way.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, he's going to catch it.
Because it's AJ Green.
Yeah, it's AJ Green. I mean,
but they spend the whole time going, I don't know how he'll be down here being the number 2 guy with the Hopkins and stuff like that. It's like, so AJ Green. I mean,
what do you mean? He's not going to have double coverage now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but it's one of those things of like, in crunch time, boy, a lot of balls were going to AJ Green.
It's a fun offense. You have Hopkins, who's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
You have an AJ Green. You have Christian Kirk, and then you're throwing in now mixtures of Rondale Moore.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And then you have a nice little complement of a 2-back system where they're actually trying to run the football.
Yeah.
They have the speedy guy. I think it's Drake or Edmonds or whatever his name is. And then you got the big guy. You have Connor, who, he led the league in rushing 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's not a slouch. He just...
Well, and that's the other thing. He's like, well, that's why Pittsburgh got rid of me when he got... Well, no, Pittsburgh couldn't block anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's only rushing for 1.2 yards. Like,
they can't block anybody.
Well, when the defense line in the fucking backfield, actually, that 1 yard when he got hit 3 yards deep is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And we can look back at that is James Conner was running behind 4 All-Pro linemen at that point in time.
Yeah.
You had Pouncey, DeCastro, the other guard, and one of the tackles were all Pro Bowl players or an All-Pro. I mean, he was running behind a good offensive line then. And the Cardinals have a pretty decent offensive line. They went out and they spent money on Rodney Hudson. I mean, they have some good guys up front in the trenches. So it's a fun team to watch. And again, NFC West is fucking good.
I still don't trust them, though, because every once in a while, Kyler Murray throws the ball. It looks like he threw it left-handed. Like, hey, where the fuck did that?
Yeah.
Did you grab it at the tip of the ball and shot put that? How did that happen?
Yeah.
And how about that? Like a week, you're in week 2, Chandler Jones doesn't get a sack, but still leads the league in sacks.
I know.
That's amazing.
But the defense isn't bad. They gave up some points, but the defense is not bad.
No.
If they still had Patrick Peterson,
and
if they were, if they were able to keep Tyrann Mathieu, like that defense.
That's the thing. I mean, when you think about that, and I know, did Tyrann play this week?
Yeah, he did. He had 2 picks.
Did he?
Pick 6.
I didn't.
Yeah.
That's a
late,
that's a late game for me.
Yeah, I know.
But that's the other thing of like with the Chiefs in week 1 and stuff like that. It's like, well, Tyrann Mathieu didn't play, and that's a big fucking deal for them.
For them. That's their guy.
He's everything.
He might be the play caller. He might be the one that's, you know what I mean?
He's fucking awesome.
He is awesome.
I loved him at LSU.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's just like.
Yeah. He does everything.
Yeah. And people always shit. Well, he's a trash talker or whatever. It's like, oh, you mean he's really good?
Yeah. And he
knows everything.
Yeah.
The guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then the Bucks do the Bucks things. Cowboys, finally, the kicker redeemed himself and hit that one.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are...
Within 3 seconds of each other, 2 game-winning kicks, one went in, one missed.
And the Cowboys are such a difficult team to read. 1, because it seems like everybody's fucking hurt.
Yeah.
2, you throw the ball all over the field a week ago. Then you run the ball over the field this week. I mean, which is great. It's great that you can have that. Where's the consistency coming? When can we get those to complement each other? You know? And their defense is still... it's getting better.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dan Quinn's doing some things correct. I mean, 17 points to an NFL team is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hold an NFL team under 20, you've done something. Especially in today's NFL. I mean, it's tough to play defense.
You just want to see some consistency on the offensive side of the ball. Can they run the ball and can they pass?
Yeah.
It seemed like they could only do one or the other the first 2 weeks. So, Titans finally figured out how to play football this week.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, man, when is Derrick Henry going to slow down?
I think he's got I don't know. You would think maybe next year because, like, I know how big he is.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's a fucking made out of granite. But it's still the NFL.
Yeah.
And when you carry the ball 30 times a game in the NFL in a 17-game season plus playoffs, it's like, that, come on. I mean, that's
wild. Yeah.
But then again, I mean, that's a game that fucking turned on a taunting call.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You had 2 in the Bengals. I don't know what you watched, but in the Bengals game, they had 2 taunting calls.
Yeah.
Then in the one in the Indianapolis game,
where they got called for spinning the ball.
No.
No, okay.
Their Colts are go inside they're like the fucking 3.
Okay.
Pile up happens, like a scrum down there.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive guy is pissed off, kind of shoving on somebody, and the ref comes up, and he turns around and is screaming at the ref, and he fucking touches the ref.
Oh, okay. And doesn't get anything?
Gets flagged.
Oh, okay.
Colts guy claps.
Offsetting?
He gets flagged. They're not offsetting.
Oh.
Guy gets thrown out of the game for touching the number 1 rule
don't touch
sports is you cannot touch a fucking official. And not that he did it on purpose, but he was being very showy with his hands as he was screaming at the ref, and he clipped him. I think he might even just hit his hat, but it doesn't matter. Don't touch the fucking ref.
Yeah.
A guy that touches the ref and gets thrown out of the game, that penalty, they have to enforce both penalties.
Mm-hmm.
Half distance of the goal, 1 yard.
Ejection.
He's ejected. Now we got to do this taunting one and take it back. And so, however they fucking figured it out, ended up, now the Colts are at like the fucking 12. Of like, you get a guy thrown out of the game and it cost him, actually, it made their team better. In this fucking situation because there's no taunting call if he didn't get thrown out, and then they end up not scoring. Of like, the Bengals, Andy Dalton, they called taunting on the Bears, which extended a drive.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals scored. Bengals almost sack Andy Dalton, or he does something incomplete, and the guy kind of talks some shit, gets flagged for taunting on like a 3rd down.
Yeah.
They go score of like, and he wasn't doing anything. You could see he had his head turned, and it was probably, just some bullshit talking. It's like, pretty good chance these guys fucking played together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't like it. I don't like the taunting calls. I understand the sportsmanship, but unless you're just in the guy's face or you're touching it, you know what I mean? It's people are out there just making fucking plays. I don't get it.
I think that's how they the Supreme Court, when they was ruling on pornography, how they described it.
Yeah.
Says, I don't know how to describe pornography, but I know it when I see it. That's kind of the taunting thing.
Yeah.
You can't write it down. You know it when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
When the guy fucking runs over somebody, then straddles him and fucking flexes his face and tells you to go fuck yourself and suck a dick.
Yeah.
You can flag that guy for that. If he spins the ball, or if he's just trash talking, because it happens with adults and kids.
Yeah.
But we can't have the kids watching this and doing this. Well, what are your parents doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not
besides smoking meth in the fucking corner, letting their kids just go willy-nilly talking shit and teabagging people.
Is that what kids do?
I don't know. I don't have kids. I mean, I'm not going to sit around a park and fucking watch to see what kids do. That's how you get in trouble, Seth.
I hope nobody in the parks is like, kid just teabagging him again.
Kid just over there teabagging people.
God damn it, Johnny. You got to quit teabagging people.
Because I think that came with when those multiplayer, like Halo and stuff like that, those battles, like you kill your buddy and you can kind of teabag him. It became a thing.
Doing it. Oh, and then like you said,
then, like when you're a kid, obviously it's like, oh man, I get a teabag from that girl. Like
what?
The teabag her.
Teabag her. That'd be cool.
It's like Segura talked about that. He goes, in his stand-up special, he's talking about, hey, when you're a kid, you're talking about 69. That's the greatest thing. Yeah. And then you're an adult, and it's this fucking sucks.
Yeah, this doesn't do anything. Oh, God. But the Ravens, though, man, beating the Chiefs, big deal.
That's a huge deal.
Big deal. And then down like they were. I mean, Lamar Jackson threw 2 picks on his first 3 possessions.
I don't know about that fucking guy, but it's something.
It's something, man.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's something.
Something, buddy. Whew.
I'll tell you what, obviously, I didn't stay up and watch that whole game, but I watched some clips because that Manning cast of like, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Did the Manning do Monday night or Sunday night?
Monday night.
Monday night, okay. Yeah,
that was, I'm sorry.
No,
I got my days confused.
No, you're good. But yeah, the Packers game.
The Packers game was the Monday night. Chris Collingsworth would be the Sunday night where he slides into, hey, Al.
Hey, Al. I'm a douchebag.
I was a wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals. And white.
Man. I'll tell you what, Chris Collingsworth does something that nobody else does, maybe besides like Schlereth. If you're a interior offense or defensive lineman, he loves you. That's all he fucking talks about.
He'll recognize you.
Yes, he will, which is cool. Very cool, because nobody really else does, unless you're like Quentin Nelson or Aaron Donald.
Right.
You know? But it's just like, oh, that's cool, but goddamn is he annoying sometimes. He's almost getting Madden-esque where he's telling you things you already know. You know, you feel like, you know what I'm saying with, he's almost explaining to people who don't watch football ever.
Yeah.
Like, that's not your job. Like, you're like breaking it down so dumbly. It's like, people who are probably staying up and watching this game are probably just big football fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? They probably know a little bit about it. You don't have to break down everything.
Yeah. Well, that was with him, and I feel like the booths are changing.
Uh-huh.
And I think Tony Romo did that. Like that first year when he's kind of calling out what should happen and what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, he got complimented on that, so now he doesn't weigh the fuck too much. Hey, you don't have to try to guess it every game.
No.
But I think Sanchez was doing the Bengals game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that. Whatever game Sanchez was doing.
Yeah.
Fucking NFL Sunday ticket, man. I watch so much football on Sundays. I can't remember who's what broadcast. But Sanchez, every once in a while, he'd say they're going to run it to the left, and he'd use the telestrator and he'd put a little arrow. They're going to run it right here.
Like we know where left is.
Yeah, but like he'd point it to the fucking gap. That he goes, I think they're going to run it right here. I was like, and they did.
Yeah.
I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
Now we'll just go on the booth talk before we talk about the game from Monday. And I just watched a bunch of clips from it because I couldn't stay up that late. Everybody's going to try to do that now, and I don't think you can because Peyton fucking Manning. And Eli's fucking good too because he shits on Peyton's forehead all the time.
Yeah, and he's just goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eli's a guy that makes you think of, I think I could be an NFL quarterback. Just the way
you forget
that he's fucking 6'5".
Yeah, exactly.
But you learn so fucking much.
Uh-huh.
Like, there is so much information. But I don't think anybody could just do. Now, they're going to go on a quarterback hiring spree to try to do this at every network.
Yeah.
It's Peyton fucking Manning.
You don't get that. I don't like how they booted fucking Rodney Harrison off of Sunday Night Football and stuck Drew Brees there.
Yeah.
I liked Rodney Harrison.
Yeah.
He always just said what the fuck he wanted.
But they paid Drew Brees a shit ton of money.
I know.
I know you thought ESPN, because honestly, ESPN was probably trying to get him on Monday Night Football because they needed it.
Yeah.
Now, I feel bad for the guys on Monday Night Football because ain't nobody fucking watch. Because 1.8 million was the Manning viewership this week. It was 800,000 the first. I don't
watch the Manning one. I always forget that it's on. But I think it's because I like Louis Riddick so much. Yeah. I don't need Brian Greasy. If it was just
I don't need a 3-man booth.
No, I don't. Just give me Steve Levy and Louis Riddick.
Why is it that every single football game on fucking earth has a 2-man booth, but for Monday night we need 3? There's not enough time in between plays for 3 guys to fucking talk.
If you want Greasy on there, put him on the sidelines. But you have to have a chick in there, I think. Isn't that one of the rules? Like you have to have a female.
I think a female, an attractive female, usually, unless she's Shelley Smith or something. But. That was fucking wrong. What a fucking shitball I am. I'm a fucking terrible human. But for the most part, you have to have a qualified, good-looking chick.
Yeah, but I just need... I love Louis Riddick, and I don't know what it is. I love his takes. I love the way that he thinks. I don't know. He's fun to listen to. You
remember when he was doing that on game day, when he first came on game day? Riddick? Like for 1 year, he was on there. And they always had, they had him doing whatever is his time. It was like him walking to the stage talking with somebody.
Yeah.
This is why I think this is going to happen. Then gets to the stage of what we don't need a walk and talk. This is a fucking show. But the first time he did it, you could hear him breathing. like as he's going up and down the steps, like and then like as soon as it goes back, Herb Street shits all over. I'm like, I want to work on that cardio. Walking and talking is tough. Kirk, fuck you. You sit in that goddamn chair the whole day.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
the Manning cast is
good. I always forget that it's on until like I get on Twitter. I'm like, oh yeah, they do it.
Well, and you're a coach. Like I feel like you should watch that because it's nothing that you could run in high school.
Yeah.
You just can't. Because, well, they're going to slide this way, and this side of the field's playing half with a safety over, and this side's playing quarters, and then the linebacker's going to spy on this, and it's like, all right, well, that's okay. I don't know what you're saying, but I like it.
Yeah. The game though was fun in the first quarter, and then it's like the Packers are like, yeah, okay, let's quit fucking playing around.
Well, that was a good thing that they, and it was early in that too, and Manning pointing that out because the what I liked about it, because when they shit on the play calls and shitting on the defensive play calls, like they're running too deep. They're running cover 2. Detroit is of like, you're not fucking throwing it on us. Run the ball.
Yeah.
And then they get it down to like a 3rd and 12 and they go single.
Yeah.
And man, and Peyton like, why are you changing this now?
Yeah.
This is not the time to be going, man, because they're going to cross you up and hey, there's Devontae Adams. See ya. It's like, well, that's what you fucking get.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope everybody can now just chill on the whole Packers thing. They got the game.
They're fine.
35. They're fine, guys. Their defense is absolutely fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
But,
obviously, I watch a lot of the McAfee show, and one of the guys on that show is a massive Packers fan, and he talks about their defensive coordinator. And until he points it out, you don't realize that the defensive coordinator of the Packers has failed at every fucking job he's ever had.
Yeah.
Their defense has been terrible at every job, including college. Of like, how'd you get that job?
The bad part is, it's like the Packers have talent on defense.
Yeah.
A lot of talent on defense. Why wouldn't you have gone out and hired somebody who has shown success at that spot?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I guarantee you could find somebody. The first dude after Mike Pettin didn't really get the job done, I'm calling Wade Phillips.
Yeah.
I'm calling. You sit up in the booth and call the plays, Wade.
Give a shit. You don't need to be.
No.
It's only been in the last 5 years the guys have been on the fucking sideline, and that's because they keep hiring 20-year-olds.
Yeah. Okay. Go out. Try and get Dean Pease, because he somehow figured out, hey, I'll come back if it's the right money or it's the right spot. I'll come back. I've retired 3 times now. You know what I mean? You can find fucking somebody.
Here's one. I know people shit all over him. You telling me you can't call fucking Marvin Lewis?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he was shit at Cincinnati. Yeah, remember that fucking Ravens defense when he was a coordinator? They're pretty fucking good.
Won a Super Bowl, I think.
Pretty sure. Yeah. On the back of the fucking defense.
Yeah. There's a guy on TV right now, pretty fucking good at calling defenses. Old Rex Ryan, pretty fucking good at calling defenses. You could probably figure out how to get somebody.
Yeah.
And the only reason you didn't is because you knew the guy from when you were in Washington.
Yeah. It's just,
I hate that
everybody
shit.
hires their buddies even if they're shit for the job.
Yeah, I mean, look at last year with the Cowboys. McCarthy and Mike Nolan are buddies.
Yeah.
Mike Nolan is a terrible defensive coordinator. Terrible.
The problem is with hiring your buddies is you eventually have to fire your buddy.
Yeah.
When you realize, oh, yeah, they're not any good.
Yeah, not good.
Well, the funny thing is, obviously, it's Aaron Rodgers Tuesday. I mean, he took a flying shit all over Jermichael Finley, which was fucking awesome.
I don't know why the hell Jermichael Finley hates him so much.
I don't know why. You haven't been with the Packers for how long?
Yeah.
You're not. And it's widely acknowledged that he doesn't talk to Aaron, and they're not even friends.
Uh-huh.
How the fuck do you know anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's just not working hard. You can see it in his eyes. He doesn't want it.
Uh-huh.
He's not working hard to win a Super Bowl. Motherfucker was the MVP last year.
Yeah.
And then him going, them giving him it's just a horse shit move.
Yeah.
Or chicken shit. It's a chicken shit move.
Yeah.
And then them giving a blast to yell negative shit. And
yeah.
I'll tell you one thing that I didn't like, because I get a little fed up too. I know I get pretty negative mostly on Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I like to enjoy life. I like to giggle.
Yeah.
But since Max Kellerman, which I wasn't a huge fan of Max's show, but I'll listen to him. Since he moved to the morning, whoever this guy is that's filling in that afternoon spot or whatever for him.
Yeah.
I was in my car for like an hour and listening to that show. Wasn't one positive thing that guy said about any. He shit on everybody he talked about.
Jesus.
He spent 10 minutes shitting on Ben Simmons because he says there's no way that Ben Simmons has ever worked on his jump shot because he can't shoot in a game. Because he's showing videos on Instagram of him making 4 shots in a row from 15 feet. Like, yeah, I'm sure he did that. Because there's nobody guarding him.
Yeah.
You're a fucking guy that's never played sports shitting on a superior athlete.
Yeah, exactly.
Superior athlete.
Yeah, I don't like the whole negative thing, but
it's just this guy sucks.
ESPN needs people to watch their shit, so they're just going to shit on people. Doing. They're just going to shit on people until people watch it more. I can't
watch like the whole first take when it was Skip and
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
But they just yelled at each other.
Negative. Yeah, it's all negativity about.
And they just yelled at each other.
This is why this guy sucks. Like, you know, and they get in that on basketball of like, hey, you know that 12th guy on the bench of the worst team is so fucking good at basketball, it would blow your mind.
Yeah.
It's just he's not LeBron James. Yeah, exactly. There's only 5 guys on, like, he's so good. This guy ain't worth a fuck.
Yeah.
He's an all-star.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about? These guys on the Olympic team are shit. It's like,
they're the Olympic team.
This is a fucking Olympic. Are they the best players we have? No, but they're really fucking good.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Fucking people. They're the worst.
You want to make picks?
Yes.
Sweet.
Not really.
No, we're not good at them.
I'm hoping nobody's fucking listening to us. They're going to have their bookie coming and breaking their fucking legs for non-payment because they lost all their goddamn money. Listening to Wideside Picks.
All right. Oh, man. You want to go first this week?
I don't care.
All right, I'll give you one.
I could pick the losers from anywhere.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to start you out real tough, all right? You ready?
Okay.
Oh, maybe not. Let's go with the Washington football team and the Bills. I have Washington at plus 7.5. Do the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's at Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, I think the Bills have it. I'm going to take the Bills.
Bills at minus 7.5.
-7.
You have 7?
7.5.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I just want to make sure I get it right.
going. These are FanDuel numbers. I'm going off of.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know how to pull that up.
Yeah, I just type in FanDuel NFL odds on Google and then click on it.
Oh, tough.
Google helps.
Yeah.
Like they're very. I mean, they might steal most of your information and have a bunch of ads for shit that you only thought about in your head and never typed in. I don't know how that happens. It's like, I was just thinking about getting a new stopwatch.
Alrighty.
I don't know why I fucking came up with stopwatch.
I don't either.
I needed a new one because I need one that fits in my hand a little better because when you're jerking off with the stopwatch.
I knew it was coming. Oh.
I mean, well, how do you know how good you are if you're not fucking if you're not using a stopwatch?
Yeah.
I need one that's more ergonomical to fit in my hand, my trigger finger.
That's funny.
3.8 seconds, I got it.
That's funny because I honestly need a new ruler for my bedroom. So
everybody measures from the taint. Everybody knows that. What is that in Family Guy? This time I pick where it starts. Oh, God. We're fucking morons.
Yes, we are.
All right. I need to give you... Oh.
Yeah.
I might as well do it.
God damn it.
I got it at minus 1.5 for the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
It's in L.A.
I know.
How about that fucking stadium, though, with fans and stuff in it? That's pretty nice.
Cool.
Cool.
It's cool, man. It's cool. You know what? Fuck it. I'll take the Rams.
I don't dislike that pick.
Yeah.
It's a coin flip.
It is. It's 1.5. Come on.
The Buccaneers aren't going undefeated.
No.
I think it'd be cool if they did.
It would be cool.
I think it'd be cool if they went undefeated, won the Super Bowl, and then when Giselle realized that Tom still isn't retiring, even though he did that, I'm like...
Okay, let's do that. This one's going to be a fun one.
Okay.
It's going to be a real fun one, okay? Packers-Niners. I have Packers at plus 3.5. The Packers are an underdog, as well they should be in this situation.
Yeah. They're at the Niners?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a tough one, man. Because everything's telling me that I need to take the Niners.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
I don't want to.
I know.
Because I don't know what the Niners are. Like from what we talked, they win.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, I'm going to take the Packers plus 3.5. I don't like that, and I don't want to do it. The Packers defense is so bad, but then again, I don't know what the 49ers have fucking left to score on. I mean.
Oh, man. Fun stuff. Ooh, picks. Come on.
I'm going to give you.
Give it to me, bitch.
Give it to me, baby. Nice and slow. I'm going to give you the Seattle game.
Okay. Seattle and.
Seattle is at Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle is minus 1.5. Which is that's a weird. Because before Sunday, there's a no-brainer. Seattle's going to win by 10.
Mm-hmm. You know what? You know what? I'm going to go ahead. Minnesota can't go 0-3, right?
I wouldn't think so.
I'm going to go Minnesota at the plus 1.5. I'm not sold on that. I mean, I know I.
And I'm going to say, I mean, Minnesota's 1-1 because they missed that
field goal
kick, but
yeah.
I know
Minnesota usually gets Seattle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's usually a pretty good game.
Like, we talked a lot of good stuff about Arizona, but just
Minnesota was there.
For the most part, Minnesota won that game.
Yeah, he missed a fucking 27-yard field goal, man.
Like,
and the guy doing the radio thought he fucking made it.
What a victory!
Okay, my turn to give you one.
Yep.
Okay. I will give you a shit heap of a game. Let's go with the... Ooh, this one's going to be tough, okay, because of the spread and the teams.
Okay.
We're going to go with the Bears and the Browns. The Bears at plus 7.5.
Oh, that's a tough fucking number.
I know.
It's a really tough number. I mean, Justin Fields is going to start.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton's out already. Which it seemed like Andy Dalton was a little pissed off he couldn't get back in that game the other day. And it's like, no, you're hurt.
You're hurt.
I was like,
stay hurt.
Hey, we're winning this game. You're hurt. It's a good time for us to get Justin Fields in this game. I mean, that's kind of how that felt.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, I'm a Justin Fields fan.
Yep.
But I think the Browns are going to shit show him.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the Browns minus the 7.5.
Okay.
That's a big
number.
It's a big number
for a running team.
That's a big number if you're not the Buccaneers or the Rams or
Yeah.
Like they don't. I mean, fucking Jarvis Landry's out too, but Odell might play.
He might play, yeah.
But then again, they got two running backs and
and it seems like
in
the Schwartz
week one, Chicago couldn't stop the fucking run.
Yeah,
so.
And it seems like the Schwartz guy is doing a pretty good job there for him.
Yeah.
Use the Schwartz.
Use the Schwartz. What a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Okay, let's give you. This is a weird one.
Okay.
Panthers at Texans.
I was just looking at that
Panthers minus 7.5. It's just a weird one.
Yeah. Is Tyrod out?
I think he's out.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
I'm not so sure he didn't rip his fucking hamstring off his leg. I think they. You know what? I bet this line ends up changing.
Yeah.
But I think he's on the IR.
Oh shit!
Like
okay.
He's
done.
Like it's a feel bad. Fucking
another
Tyrod Taylor
thing.
Fucking on a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm still going Panthers at the minus 7.5, especially if he doesn't play.
Yeah, but Houston's been surprising.
Yeah, they have. And the rookie guy comes in. Who knows?
Yeah.
All righty. Colts at the Titans. I have Colts at plus 5.5. That's a weird one too. 5.5.
Yeah. If we're thinking Wentz is going to play,
I don't know.
Man, that's a tough call to make on a fucking Wednesday.
I mean, 2 sprained ankles.
Both of them.
Both of them
sprained. One was sprained so bad that you didn't know you sprained the other one until the trainer goes, well, that's fucking swollen.
Yeah.
I sprained the one so bad that it went through my body and sprained my other one. I mean, that is the
Carson
47-year-old guy wearing rec specs playing basketball at the Y, goes up for a rebound, comes down and fucking rolls both ankles. That's what that was.
Yes.
But I'll say this to you, just like you said, the Colts can't go 0-3, can they?
I know. It's tough.
Their defense is fucking looking bad.
Mm-hmm.
Titans.
I
don't like it.
Plus 5.5.
I don't like it, so... No, the Titans are minus.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, if you're giving me 5.5, I'm taking fucking Titans all goddamn day.
Sorry. Yeah, minus 5.5. All right, give me mine. Come on, give it to me.
All right, let's give you... Falcons, Giants.
God damn it. I just saw it. I just scrolled past it. I have to go the Giants.
Yeah.
Giants at -3. Okay. Oh. Okay. Philly and Dallas. Philly at +3.5.
I'm going to take Dallas -3.5. I don't know what the fuck Philly is.
Yeah.
I think Dallas feels like they're going to start, like you talked about, one week it was this, next week. I think they're going to start to...
Yeah. All right, give me my last one.
Chiefs, Chargers. Chargers are +6.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers just because the Chiefs never fucking cover.
They do not.
They never cover. So I'm going to go with the Chargers at the +6.5. Plus, I mean, I don't think the Chargers are so bad with a 6.5. That seems like a big stretch anyway.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, Chargers at 6.5. All righty. Cool.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's everything.
I'll tell you what. I mean, another one, it's a big number, but I would like your Broncos at 10.5 over the Jets.
Yeah.
It's a big fucking number, but your defense is a real deal.
Yeah.
Fucking I think people were shitting on Teddy when he got to Denver, man, but fucking Steady Teddy, it's...
Yeah.
The division you happen to be playing in, the AFC ain't no fucking joke, but it's not like it.
Yeah.
Not like the NFC's a fucking peach either.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think Teddy and that defense is, I think,
Yeah, you're getting
he's
something.
He's not going to fuck you.
No, you're getting something. You're getting so much more because he's smart.
And you can retain the football.
Yes. Yeah,
People tend to forget that the ball is the game.
Yep.
You need to have it and score it.
Yeah. I mean, they're winning the turnover battle. I think they're +6.
That's massive.
In 2 weeks, or +5 in 2 weeks.
That's massive.
Yeah, huge.
They had 2 picks last week. And you're playing against a guy that threw 4 of them last week.
Exactly.
So.
I mean, and the secondary is crazy. I mean, that your starter goes down, and then your rookie comes in and has an interception.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. It's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when the starter comes back, because he's better.
Yeah.
He's been doing it longer at a higher rate, so your rookie has to sit for a little bit.
Yeah. With the Jets, though,
they're asking the guy to do too much right now. You're asking him to go.
Do you realize he's a rookie?
You're asking him to go win games, and you don't have that ability right now.
No.
You need to get him in a rhythm early, run the football, and just compete.
Now, granted, obviously the Patriots are way better than the fucking Jets.
Yes.
And we didn't really talk about this game because there's not a lot to talk about. But you watch that game, and there's 2 rookie quarterbacks, 2 first round, one, third overall pick, and one the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
But look at the way the games were fucking called on the offensive side. You can tell one team called it like they had a rookie fucking quarterback and put him in positions to be okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And the other team's like, well, it's kind of like Joe Burrow's last year of, well, this guy's a high pick. Let's sling it all over the fucking field, even though we can't block anybody and we don't have receivers that can get open.
And the one thing that bothers me about the Jets is, their coach comes from San Francisco, brings a couple of Shanahan's assistants over with him to call an offense, and it doesn't even look anything close to what I'm sure that's why he brought him over from the Niners to have that system, because it's a rookie quarterback.
Which is a run-based system.
It's a run-based system. And it doesn't look like that because he threw the ball a shit ton in the first game, too.
Yeah. And that's the thing of like, all right, well, you want to put your own spin on the Shanahan system.
I get it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
How about you just run it because you have a rookie quarterback and we need to run the fucking ball.
Anybody who tries to, because you can't manipulate it because you're not Kyle Shanahan.
No.
You can take the core values of it and put it in place. But the core value of it is running the football, scheming for running the football, then play action.
Yeah.
You have a guy who's probably pretty good at play action because he's athletic as fuck.
Yeah.
Get him in that situation. That's just my opinion, but.
And that's because that's the thing. If you got a rookie quarterback that you're not even giving him an option to run play action because you're just slinging all over the field. Rookies tend to need play action.
Yeah.
Hey, if we can get that linebacker to take a half a step and just slow the fuck down.
Yep.
Maybe make that safety make a move. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one though, man. His mom fucking gets it on social media.
Yeah.
Just like every time there's a picture of like, she just must have a flood of dick pics. I mean, it's like, one, she doesn't look old enough to have a kid in the NFL.
Not at all. Yeah, not at all.
But then secondly, it's like multiple times I think she's came out and said I had to shut my social media off because
it's like when he got drafted, they showed like the family. It's like you couldn't tell which one was mom.
Right.
Yeah, you couldn't tell which one was mom. It's crazy.
Like,
good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Your son's going to get murdered.
Yeah, he may not have legs by the end of the year, but who knows?
Well, and then, and I don't know about Sam Darnold. I mean, because they haven't.
Yeah. I mean, he's 2-0.
Are the Saints a good team? Because they beat the fuck out of the Packers, and then it looked like they were a fucking high school team. But
who knows, man?
And like we talked about, I mean, Christian McCaffrey still. He's another one, like on that Carson Wentz side of like, hey, man, you don't have to take every linebacker head on when you can bounce. You're faster than everybody. Bounce the motherfucker outside.
Yeah.
There was nobody out there.
Nope.
Now I'm going to put my head down and try to run it right through that guy's sternum. He's only 6'4", 250.
Yeah. I don't get it either, man. Help yourself out, buddy.
And he's fantastic.
He's wonderful.
As soon as I pick him, he's going to get hurt.
Yep. And you can't pick him because he's worth too much fucking money.
I need to... I'm going to have to study this week, man. I can't get blown out again. That's 2 weeks in a row I've got my ass stomped on FanDuel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't fucking handle it.
You're going to have to do something better.
Live. Do life better. I think if I do life better, maybe FanDuel will get better.
That's funny. That's funny.
The bad thing is like, you're such a good mood when you submit your lineup going, this is a good fucking team. And then it's not.
No,
it's just
awful.
not.
It's awful.
Like, you do the $1 million one, like I put my lineup and I assume I'm going to win. I submit that and go, that's a fucking winning lineup.
Yeah. No, not even win my money back.
It's one of those things of like, hey, I won $15 in the $1 million thing. It's like, but like I was 55 points behind the fucking winner of like, I can't even fathom. Because that's one of those things I like to do. Like if I'll win money, and then I'll see what the winning score was, and like you're 40 or 50 points behind. And before I won't look at his lineup, but I'll kind of look back at mine before I look at his and go, is there even a way that I could have gotten 50 more points?
Yeah.
And then you look at their lineup and it's like, I've never even heard of that fucking guy, and he had 70 points.
Oh shit!
For some reason, some guy out of the fucking back just caught 7 touchdowns, and like, but that guy knew about it.
Cheaters,
sons of bitches, fucking cheaters. That's what it is.
Fucking cheaters.
Cheaters, fucking Lane.
Yeah, fuck you, Lane.
Yeah, that's it.
Wideside.